Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate.
What's up, guys? This is the Til You Collapse Podcast. I am Brian. I'm your host, and it's been a little while. And you guys, we almost had something blow up today in the room. And it's kind of funny because it's going to go right into kind of the talk we're going to have today. And adversity and shit happening, and shit you don't expect is going to happen all the time in business, in life. We're in here, we're trying to set the podcast up, we're setting up everything, we turned it on, we got it on, and something blew and started smoking. So we're still recording the podcast, we're doing it a little different, we got a different microphone, different setup. I don't have any headphones, I don't have any microphone, but shit happens, guys. Shit's always gonna happen in life. Unexpected shit all the time is gonna happen. The real question is, when shit happens, how do you react to it? The job still needs to get done. We're still recording this podcast. I really want to get this episode out today. I scheduled it in my day. I'm not going to just throw my hands up and quit. So we figured it out. We got it going. So guys, just realize that when shit happens, you have two choices. Cry about it, crumble, change your plan because of the shit, the adversity that came at you, or take that adversity on, figure it out, and keep going. And that's what you have to do in all situations. And guys, today I'm going to be talking about a little bit. It's been 11 years. 11 years in the fucking leggings game. I've been a leggings salesman for 11 years. Hey guys, you want these leggings? They make you look right. No camel toe. The booty's looking right. You guys, I've been slanging apparel, gym, fitness apparel for 11 fucking years, you guys. That's a long time for anything. Most businesses don't even make it past 1 to 2 years. And I tell you what, it's a struggle right now. It's a struggle right now. Right now, it's like it was back when I first started the business. And when I first started the business, for the first 1 to almost 4 years, it was crazy hard because I started this apparel business not knowing what the fuck I was doing. I just figured it out on the fly, like anything in life. I tell you guys all the time, just jump and figure it out. Too many of you are trying to figure out before you do it, and you never end up doing it because the way you figure it out is by actually doing it and experiencing it and figuring it out as you go along. And that's the crazy thing right there. Did you hear what I just said? It's wild to me when I think about it because that is a catch-22. So many of you guys, I'm going to say it again because you need to hear it. I'm going to say it clearly this time. So many of you guys are waiting to fucking start until you figure it out and not realizing that you won't figure it out until you're actually doing it. And that's the reality of everything in life, guys. So for the first 1 to 4 years, I was working 15 hours a day. I wasn't even making enough to pay my bills running this business. I started a legging company. I started an apparel company as a man with 0 followers. I had 0 followers on Instagram. I had 0 followers anywhere, okay? Starting something from 0 is always the hardest. And for the first 4 years, working crazy amount of days, I was making no money. I literally was having to work 2 to 3 jobs, hustle shit, sell shit, just to pay my bills. So it's crazy. It's crazy hard to grind and do something and not even be able to pay your bills while doing it. That's crazy, right? So literally, imagine this. Imagine having to do 2 to 3 things just to pay your bills. Most people have a job. Okay, I have this job to pay my bills, and then I have some money left over to save, buy shit you want. I literally was most of my time and energy was going to something, not even paying my bare minimum bills. Then we had some success. 5th, 6th, 7th year, it exploded. I came out with the leggings that really took over. Our effortless fabric really blew up. Crazy amount of revenue in crazy short time. Huge margins, huge profit, killing it. And then COVID hit. And when COVID hit, everything kind of started to change. And over the last 4 years, 2020 to 2024, these last couple years, and like I said, I always keep it real and raw, I've been harder than ever. They remind me of back in the first 1 to 4 years. Because really, we're not making much money right now. And that's the truth. And I'm being real with you because here's the thing, you guys. This industry is more saturated than ever. Apparel is more saturated than ever. You look around, TikTok, Amazon, everywhere, Instagram. There's new brands popping up because nowadays it's easier than ever to start your own brand. Everyone knows how to do it. There's instructions out there how to do it. Everyone knows how to do it. Everyone's trying, and I don't blame them. If I was a fucking sexy ass girl with 1 million followers and a big old ass on Instagram, of course I would try to start a company and sell my followers a product. Why wouldn't you? It's a lot easier and faster to make money than starting at zero like I did. I mean, this makes common sense. That's why there's more than ever. And here's the thing too. Right now, you're struggling. Everybody's struggling right now in some way or another. Mentally, physically, financially. Times are hard right now. The way the economy has been these last 4 years and the way the economy has been going is not in a good direction. Inflation is crazy. Inflation has been so crazy in the last 4 years that, no income comes close to increasing anywhere near the rate inflation has done over the last 4 years. So everyone, all shapes, all walks of life, the stories I've been hearing lately, in the last couple weeks, I've been talking to people. I've been hearing some crazy things about what people are going through. So I'm here to tell you, if you're struggling, it's okay. I'm struggling. Okay? Life is a struggle. I talk about it all the time. You're going to lose more than you win. You're going to struggle more than you don't. And the sad thing is, the way this world is they make you think like, you're not going to struggle. It's easy. It's fast, right? Your parents, the way society is, they try to shelter you. Participation trophies, they try to shield you. So when it is a struggle, a lot of people don't know what that feels like. And they're like, holy shit, what is going on? But the reality of the way the world, and it has been back in olden days, but back in the day, like, shit was hard. Shit was a struggle. Like, and that's the reality of it. And the thing is, it's okay to struggle, but what do you do? How do you act when you struggle? Do you figure it out? Do you work harder? Do you work smarter? Do you pivot? Do you figure it out? Do you keep going? Because I get it. Trust me, I'm in it. It's hard, Talk about pressure. Talk about stress, right? You're going, and you're spinning your wheels, right? But here's the thing I want to tell you. And here's the thing I want to speak to, women and men. This message is for both of you. But when I say, like, I'm going to say men and stuff like that just because I'm a man. But this message is both to women and men. To clarify, it's okay to struggle. I get it. Here's the thing. I speak to a lot of people, and I've spoken to a lot of people lately, and I see a lot of stuff. Because there's a lot of fakeness on social media, as there is. Like, when times are good and people are winning, they try to front like they're winning even bigger than they are, right? So there's fakeness all the time. Let's be real. We all know it. We see it, right? People flexing, like they're winning way more than they're winning because they want to look like they're doing better than they're actually doing all the time, which I can't stand. But here's the real thing. When times are rough and people are losing and they're still acting like they're winning because they want to portray this picture. They want to portray this vision of who they are and who they want to be, right? And the thing is like, I get it. As a man, as a provider, as a protector, you provide for your family. And also when you win and you have some success, it's hard to go backwards. I get it. You have pride. It's embarrassing. It sucks, especially the way people judge you, the way everyone is. You don't want people to know you're losing or struggling. And as a man and a provider and a woman too, like I said, either way, but I'm speaking because I'm a man and provider. That's why I'm speaking like that. I understand how it feels because, like I said, I've been here. I've been, you guys know I lost everything. I've been down. I've been up. And now I'm down again. And that's fucking real. And you know what? That's life because there's peaks and valleys. And I know with mental health, times like this are really hard because, you've had some success. You have all these bills. You have a family you're providing for. You have all this stress. You have all these expectations as a man, as a provider. And you're trying to do all you can. But when business changes or the economy changes and things change, because things can change really quickly, as we know. And we've experienced, there's times in the economy and stuff like that, it happens fast. And then it's like all of a sudden you're struggling to pay your bills and you're the breadwinner for your family and everyone looks at you and expects you to do this stuff. And who can you turn to, right? So I get it. So I'm here. Like I said, I tell you guys, because here's the thing. You may feel like you're alone. But I promise you, I've had many conversations with many people, normal income, successful multimillionaires, people more successful than me. And the consensus I hear from everybody is, fuck, this shit is rough out there. So it's not just you. It may seem like it's just you because you're surrounded by a lot of people acting like everything's okay when behind closed doors, they're trying to sell everything they have to try to pay their bills. I'm hearing stories of multimillionaires in multi-million-dollar houses selling furniture to try to pay their bills. That's just one small example I've heard in the last couple of weeks. So you guys, and here's the thing, if you are winning right now, if you are fucking flourishing, and I'm fucking happy for you because I am truly someone, when I say I want to see everyone win, that's real. And I love seeing people kill it. So if you are not struggling right now and your business is better than ever and you have more money than ever, I'm fucking happy for you. Amen to you. Enjoy that shit. Because, like I said, business, life, there's cycles of everything. There's a life cycle of business. Every business has a life cycle, regardless of the economy, regardless of shit outside of there. There's good times, there's bad times, and that's part of the story, right? That's part of life. It can't always be an upward hill. That's why when you see it, there's peaks and there's valleys. And what defines you and what creates long-term overall success is the kind of person you are and what kind of work ethic, what kind of mindset you have when the valleys happen. Because the valleys are gonna happen. I promise the valleys are gonna happen. The matter of fact is, are you gonna be able to get out of that valley to that next peak? And a lot of people can't. That's why a lot of businesses go under, most of them, within the first year to two. Most businesses fail within the first 1 to 2 years because it's hard to do this shit. It's hard to be self-employed. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody, unlike what social media tells you and wants you to believe. So guys, like I said, times are rough. You know, whatever happens in November may help you in a positive way, but regardless, that person that's in office is not going to cause you to win or lose. Yes, if someone else gets elected, they may change policies, they may lower inflation, they may change taxes, they may do things that help you live a little easier. But I'm here to tell you, regardless what happens, positive or negative, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a couple years even to reverse the shit that's going on. It's going to take some time. So, knowing that, we're in this shit here for a little while longer. You're going to have to figure it out. Pivot. Find ways to make more money. Take care of yourself physically. Your mental and physical state. Work out. Move around. I promise you, working out, I've never felt, whenever I work out, I always feel better. During the workout, after the workout. Mentally and physically. So we got all this stress and pressure on us. If you're not working out, you better start fucking working out. Because you need an outlet somewhere. And I promise you, working out has saved me so many times over so many years because it's something I've been doing for 29 years. But I'm here to say, if you need someone to talk to me. Send me a DM. Message me. I'm here to anyone that reaches out to me, and I'm here to be real and raw and talk about real shit, because that's what I'm doing right here for thousands of you guys to hear on my podcast. There's no fakeness here. Like I said, you guys think I'm selling leggings for $20 when I used to sell them for $70 because I want to? You guys think I'm selling my Ferrari, one of my favorite cars, because I want to? No, I need to. I need to survive during these rough times. I'm real. I'm not trying to front for any of you guys. And like I said, if you're struggling, it feels good to be real and share it. Because I promise you, the stress and pressure of you holding that in and trying to be something you're not and knowing I can barely pay my next month of mortgage, your wife doesn't know, your kids don't know, your friends don't know. And think about all these men. I say men because it's mainly the men, but the women that do it too, it's you guys as well. It's this endless circle of, I don't want to say compete, but yeah, everyone trying to compete with each other, everyone trying to live this facade of a life, when 8 out of 10 people right now are actually struggling and feeling the same thing inside. And can you imagine if we just communicate with each other? You feel like you're not alone. Work together. Why don't we team up and work together and figure out ways to make money and figure out ways to be successful together? Because we all have our strengths and weaknesses, and strengths I have, you may not have. You have strengths I don't have. So what I'm saying is this whole community of business owners, entrepreneurs, anyone, I promise you, everyone that I've been talking to over the last few weeks, they're all struggling. They're all admitting it. And the thing that I keep hearing is like, why don't we talk about it? Why don't we talk about it more, right? Because everyone's still posting the highlight reels on Instagram when they don't even know how they're going to pay next month's mortgage. So how about we stop doing that? And how about we start being real and start figuring out how we become successful? Because, hard times like this over the history, they happen all the time. You see it all the time. The big crashes, the big dips, and this happens all the time. And like I said, it's happened to me, happened to me before. I lost everything. Here's the thing. If I lose everything again, so be it. So be it. I know how to get it again because I've been in business for 11 years. I've been at the bottom before. I know how that feels. So like I was telling you guys, you can't win without losing. And so many of you guys are scared to lose. You're killing yourself with the stress and the pressure and everything. And that's really what I want to talk about this podcast. I've been in this game 11 years. Apparel's hard as fuck as it is. And this is the 11th year. And this is one of the hardest years. But you know what? That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to talk about it, And let's band together. Let's figure this shit out. Because regardless who gets in that White House in November, you're still going to have to figure out a way to be successful, right? Because regardless, if whichever way you're voting, if the person you don't want to vote gets in there, then what? Are you guys going to just give up and say, oh, fuck, I'm fucked. I'm going to lose everything. That's not an option, is it? Right? The only option is to figure out how to win. So like I said, pivot. Figure out a new product to sell. Figure out a new business. If you don't want to pivot and you want to stick with the current business you're in, you're going to have to work harder. You're going to have to work smarter. You're going to have to, there's no days off, If you're not working 15 plus hour days and 7 days a week, then you're not doing enough. So don't tell me that you're struggling and you're working 9 to 5 and taking weekends off. Don't fucking tell me that bullshit. Because if you're not working 12 hours, 15 hours a day, if you're not working 7 days a week, then don't tell me you're struggling and you don't know what to do. Okay? Once you're doing that and you're really putting in the hours and the work and the time that's usually required to really build something ultimately successful, and you're still struggling, then like I said, you got to pivot. You got to figure it out. You got to weather the storm. You got to cut expenses as much as possible. Cut expenses as much as possible. And like I said, you may have to get into a different business. You may have to figure it out. You may have to have multiple jobs to just pay your bills. And that's the reality of it, right? And you weather this storm and you figure it out. And, there's always bad times and there's always light after the darkness. So you guys, I hope you got something from this podcast. I really appreciate you. And if you're struggling, like I said, it's okay. Reach out to me. Let's talk about it. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm out.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do.